Isoboomski, you ain't come to play and neither did I. Let's not waste no time. I saw this on Pinterest and I said, all right, I want to get to it. You feel me? So I sat there, redrew it out, and I added a little more smoke to it. Okay, so first of all, I'm using my 14 round liner, 14 round shader, to be honest. First I like to do is I like to get one section and then I like to go at the top or another section just so I can make the 2 points meet. That way we ensure that the line is clean and it's more of like even points than some jagged edges. So that's me literally making sure I start at the bottom of the jacket and then I start all the way at the top. To be honest, you really should be starting from the bottom up, but I'm sort of I just like to move all over. And the fact that I actually sit there and dab, that's what makes the project last a little longer. All right, let's get to it. So now we starting to get to it. I sat there, I lined up everything, did a little speed run. I got my stencil right next to me, that way I can make sure I map out and get all my lines accurate, that way I know where everything is. Sometimes it's a little harder to tattoo fake skin, so sometimes what I like to do is I don't like to make sure everything is exactly in. I just like to make sure some of my lines in, that way nothing is missing for when I actually want to start shading and really putting in that detail. So this ensures that even if the stencil isn't all the way in, I already basically got all my lines in and I can still keep on going. Hi twin, like I said, you ain't come to play and neither did I. Let's start it. First of all, we getting into our shading. Now let me tell you how to make this simple. First of all, after you get your lines in, we're gonna go in order. Black, gray, black, mid-tones, then light tones. What I did now, I'm simply just packing in straight blacks. All my blacks, and I'm not gonna lie, I did do a little mid-tone just to see a little something. But what I'm doing right now is mostly relying on my blacks, because once you put all your blacks down and then now you want to start putting down all your mid-tones and your lightest tones, now it's a lot more easier to see each other. Then you can see which mid-tones need to go be a little bit more, I guess, mid-toner. Is that a word? Mid-toner? But anyway, just a little bit more deeper. The blacks basically help like another background or foreshadow. That way you can see what you need to bounce off of. I use dynamic gray wash, and as well I make sure I have my reference sitting right next to me. So here's the key to this. When you see anything that's white, that means that's pure skin. That means you should not touch anything. You shouldn't touch it. You shouldn't put no 20% water. You shouldn't put nothing. You should just leave it alone. That way it stands to breathe. That's what I'm basically trying to do and show. Just have a lot more breathing room and focus more on my blacks and understanding where my highlights are supposed to be. So this is where I got up to. This was the full process. I'm not fully done yet. I hope you learned something and enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments what you want me to talk about next or what you want me to go into more depth on. Peace.